Hello, my name is Christina Forbes. I'm the wife of a seriously injured worker. His name is Lauren. If you've been following the YouTube videos that I've been posting, you would have kind of gathered where we're at through part 3 and 4. So I'd just like to let you guys know that Lauren's vocational rehabilitation consultant finally called him. Wow. She called yesterday, yes. Sheila was a Casey, actually decided to call Lauren. So a few things we're going to talk about today is that conversation, and I have kind of a couple of general questions. Maybe you, the viewers, could email me and let me know, because I don't know, and my husband doesn't know exactly. So, as we know, he's at North Island College doing the academic assessments for drafting. We'll be talking a little bit about the drafting course as we progress. So she called yesterday to let Lauren know that his wage loss with vocational payments were reinstated as of Wednesday the 28th. So, but, yeah, I don't know if it's like on a trial basis or something, because she would like him to call immediately after the exam on the 4th so she can get the test results right away to see if Lauren needs upgrading. The course that Lauren or that Sheila was a Casey, pardon me, would like Lauren to take is drafting. Now, I don't know if some of you, the viewers, are familiar with what are the requirements of drafting, but my husband's injuries do not permit him to do such a job. Of course, Sheila was a Casey does not take this into consideration. Lauren, when April 15th, 2005, he had a work accident that resulted in 3 compression fractures of the thoracic spine. He went back to work under some more fraud of WorkSafe BC hiding his wage loss, so we only got $28 a week, or sorry, $89 a week is what he was given. But according to Scott McCloy, he was treated with compassion and fairness and respect. And I'll have to, later on in the future videos, I'll actually show you that little whippet. But to get back on track, his elbow has a big pin in it and screw. His scaphoid bone is all like straight. He can't hold a pen to write or anything like that. And then his other wrist was shattered. That required a K-wire pin, which I'm also actually going to show you in future videos, the size of this pin that was in his wrist, holding it together because his wrist is shattered. So anyways, Lauren can't write. And drafting actually requires a lot of drawing, hand drawing, not just computer work. Requires a lot of work on the computer. Lauren can't keep his arms like that up at the computer. He can't write. He can't draw. I mean, he can't even draw a straight line. He can't even write his name. And they want him to do drafting. The drafting requires a lot of keyboard shorts and stuff like that. This is the 3rd program now that Sheila was a Casey has tried to get Lauren in at the North Island College in Campbell River through a wonderful gentleman named Mike Whitmore, who's been so patient in dealing with this whole situation. They tried last year to get him into AutoCAD, but Mike Whitmore said no, due to the disabilities that he has, he can't participate in the course. The one before that was AutoCAD or GIS or something like that. GIS, I think it was. But again, the same answer. He was unable to do the course. So they're trying again with Mike Whitmore, who's kind of like the faculty over these programs at North Island College, to see if Lauren can do drafting. Not the fact that, it actually has nothing to do with drywall, which is the far end of the spectrum of what, or the fact that, if Lauren even wanted to do this particular course, Sheila chose the rest of his life for him. So anyways, one of the requirements to get into the drafting course is to have good math and English. The math he's quite worrisome about, doesn't feel too good about that. Feels very good about the English though, and might require some upgrading. The drafting course that Sheila was a Casey would like him to starts actually in September of this year. if he requires upgrading, they might be able to get him in on some sort of like trial basis or whatever to see if he's able to go forward with the program. So, but unfortunately, he can't do upgrading until September. And we live in Port Hardy, and a lot of this stuff needs to get done in Campbell River, which requires moving and transportation, something they don't pay for, relocating, not to mention how incredibly expensive it is to live in Campbell River. And WorkSafe BC only pays Lauren $1,042 every 2 weeks, a fraction of what he used to make. Fraction. They know this. WorkSafe BC has Lauren's earnings at $33,000 the year that he was hurt. Although our lawyer at the time and Revenue Canada found a lot more money that he had made that year, they only recognize that he's made $33,000 over the year that he was hurt. But to date, and I'll show that on the few wage loss stubs that we've had, they've only paid him, get this, in the last 3 years, just over $33,000, people. Yes, just over $33,000 in vocational rehabilitation payments or wage loss payments. Like, what's that, a tenth of what he was making? This is ridiculous. So anyways, we can't afford to live in Campbell River. Not on that kind of money. And I'm sure some of you are probably wondering why I don't go out and get a job. And I actually, last year, I worked all year, but with a husband who can't even open the front door because he can't turn a knob to get out in the event of a fire, and 3 young children, I really don't think that he's the safest one to leave my young children home with. At the best of times, my husband can't even dress himself. He can't cut his own meat to eat with, given the fact that he's got serious oral problems at the moment with infection that no one cares to treat, and since it's not related to the claim, WorkSafe BC won't pay for it. He can't chew a lot of stuff, so he kind of eats with his hands. I never really thought I'd see a 37-year-old man eat mashed potatoes with his fingers, but yes, he does, because WorkSafe BC will not pay for an ergonomic fork. Sometimes he can't lift a coffee pot if it's full to pour himself a glass of coffee. Can't open small packages for my children or himself. The list goes on and on and on. So you could see my need to stay home. I did go out and work last year, but the burden on my children was just too much to bear. As you can see over my shoulder there, that's my means of transportation, since WorkSafe BC doesn't pay for transportation anywhere. But to talk about the drafting again, she would like Lauren to contact her next Wednesday so that she can get the results right away of the exam. So whether or not Lauren's vocational rehabilitation payments will continue on after next Wednesday, we are not too sure. But we'll keep you posted as things go on, and I look forward to showing you the fraud and the lies within my husband's claim. Paperwork after paperwork. God, do injured workers ever have to do a lot of paperwork? And, getting to know you guys as you're going to get to know our situation and our family. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the profanity, but some of these conversations will be quite graphic in language, so please don't watch these videos with your children. On that note, I'm going to work on a couple more videos, and I'll post them within the next couple of days. So please stay tuned. The more people that view and the more people subscribe, hopefully we can get this on the front of YouTube. Maybe actually bring a little bit of attention to the crimes that WorkSafe BC puts on its injured workers. Thank you again from the Forbes family.